Welcome back, welcome back. So I have a dilemma here. I have this spot here that I capture the condensate from my AC unit. I had this white bucket right there capturing it, but if I'm not home and that bucket gets filled, then it's just soaking this area and I just feel like it's a waste of water. So I want to put that black pallet right there and then install a rain barrel in this spot. But then I have this steel bar. I got it pretty loose, but for some reason I can't pull it out. So I plan on putting this block here, put a vice grip on it, and then use this jack and see if I can use this jack to push it up out of there. So fingers crossed this worked, because I want to go ahead and get this in place and start capturing this water. I need all the water I can get because I have plans to do a lot. I just got done with my tumblers. I'm still loading this one up, but I wanted to take a break from that and work on this so I can keep catching this water, because every drop is annoying me to lose. So let me take a second, get this set up, and I'll bring it back and see if it works. Okay, I'm back. So I have that set up. So I got the vice grip on here really tight. I have my little mallet here that came with my little shoe rack my wife put up earlier. So now we're just gonna take our time and turn this here and see if I can get lucky and lift this thing up out of here, because it needs to get out my way. And if it doesn't work this way, I'm just gonna make a slight adjustment to it. And try again. Okay, I think I'm slipping here. So I'm gonna readjust. Try to get it a little bit closer. I think the closer I can get it, the better it will be. I think being a little bit closer is giving me a bit more leverage here. I think I hear it lifting out. Sound like it's slipping. Yep, it is slipping. So this thing is really in there. Oh yeah, it's in there good. Alright, so I'm gonna pause here, try to make some adjustments, and I'll be right back. Alright, so as you see, I use a different vice grip, and I'm using it to hold that vice grip in place and grabbing it to the jack. So that should keep the jack from slipping off. Now let's see if we get lucky. This should be interesting. Seems like the whole thing is tipping over. Trying to pull this thing out. It is holding on for dear life. I am messing up my little mallet here. Can you pass me the screwdriver? Let me try to use a screwdriver instead. Thank you. With all this leverage that's being put on this thing right now, I don't think I would have been able to pull it out. I might have to get my big mallet and just knock it all the way in instead of even pulling it out. That's what I'm thinking to do, because it got to go. I will not let this come between me and capturing this free, pure H2O.
Okay, do you want me to...
I'm not gonna let it happen.
Do you want me to use it for big mallet?
No, I'm gonna try it until I know for a fact it's not gonna work. But for right now, I think it's really stuck in there. So I'll be right back, guys. So that thing was so deep, I think it's actually a grounding rod. I don't think it's one that's being used. I think this is the old one, because I know there's a different one that I know something is connected to. So I think it's an old grounding rod, so it wouldn't come up. So I ended up having to bring out my tools. Thankfully, I had just bought a new set of blades, and I got about a good 8 or 9 metal cutting ones. So I had to go ahead and bring out the heavy artillery. So now that it's cut down low enough, I should be able to get my little pallet, my little plastic pallet, right in place. So I'm about to do that now, and I'll be back. Okay, so before I even put the pallet in place, I decided to get the rain barrel together, because this is the rain barrel that's going to sit over there and capture that water. So they gave me all this hardware. This is the bottom drain here, and I got a bunch of other little connectors that comes along with it, because it has multiple holes. That's one on the side, that one is on the front, and even have one on the back. So I'm gonna get this all together. They have the gaskets in there. You always like make sure one stays on the outside, one on the inside, and you tighten it. And tip, when you put these together, make sure to go ahead and tighten it all the way, because I've put 2 other ones together before and I didn't tighten them properly and it ended up leaking. And once you have water in there, that is not the time to try to fix it. So just go ahead, get a wrench and just tighten it really, really well to where you know for a fact it's not gonna leak. All right, so I'll be right back. Let me get this together. Okay, so now that I have the spigots in place, we have a middle one, we have the bottom drain one, and then we have an overflow. Now that I have those in place, it have these legs, long legs, that goes in the sides, and it seems like it's what, 2, 4, 6, 7 legs that goes into stabilizers. So you just push them up through here, and that will give the barrel stability. All right, I'll be right back. So I employed a little helper to finish helping me out here. So with these, you have to pretty much get your finger in there to kind of get them opened up a little bit. Then you can twist, push the leg in, and insert it all the way up. And I think we have 1 left. Yep. 1 to go. All right. Go ahead. All right. And that's the full assembly. Now it can actually get zipped up.
What's this go for?
If it gets too full.
Oh.
So you can actually have 2 of these, and when this one gets full, you can connect this to the other one, and it'll flow into the other one. So you can have a bunch of these set up together if you want.
You want it to still record?
Where's the rag? And I plan on just keeping a rag over this, let the water drip on it, and just filter through to keep mosquitoes out. But that's the full barrel. I think this one is 75 gallons or 100. I think this is 100 gallons. So this will capture me a lot of water. So now I'm gonna go work on the foundation. I'll be right back.
Back up.
So
Back up.
this is the finished product here. I'll adjust the legs a little bit after it starts to accumulate some water and make sure it's stable. But I think this plastic pallet here is gonna serve a really good purpose. So as you see, the water is dripping in. It's getting the rag wet. Once the rag is wet, it's gonna soak right on through, and it'll keep mosquitoes from going in there. Eventually, I'm just gonna put a piece of mesh there and probably use some aquarium safe silicone and just silicone it in place. That way I won't even have to worry about having a rag. But as a start, having a rag there is gonna be perfect. So now I won't have to worry about having a little 5-gallon bucket overflowing. Now I can have enough here, and as it accumulates, I can take some out of here and put it in the big IBC in the back after I put the liner inside. That's gonna be another video because I did find liners from 275-gallon IBC totes, and that's gonna be my bulk storage. So any demineralized water or rainwater or even lake water, I'm gonna store in those. I think I'm gonna dedicate one whole entire IBC tote to lake water. I'm just gonna find me a good lake, bring a bunch of Home Depot buckets, fill them up, and just, you know, make multiple trips until I have enough lake water, because I'm gonna use lake water and rain along with condensation for all my plants and worms and just all my watering needs. All right, so that's about it. Until the next time, bye-bye.